Okay, so you harvested this bird, you get it in the field either from the dog or you walk up to it and pick it up. If you walk up to it and pick it up and you realize when you get close to it, hey, this is a good bird, pick it up by the foot. This carrying by the neck, especially on a speck, really on any waterfowl, but especially on a neck, a speck, or possibly a pintail, they're notorious for losing feathers on the neck. And when you handle it with the pressure of your hand, you make it more likely to dislodge feathers. And then, like I said, on the head, once they're gone, that's it. Okay? So you got this bird in the field, you got it back to the blind, you're looking at it, examining it, okay, I think I'm gonna save this bird. At that point, I would tuck the head and try to isolate it from the other birds. Don't throw it on the bottom of the blind, okay? Number one, it's on a pile of other birds with heat coming from the other birds. You want the bird to start cooling, okay? The moment that bird dies, the bacterial process, the decaying starts. So you want to get rid of as much heat as you can, as quick as you can. So you got the bird picked up, got it back to the blind, got it isolated. When you're getting it out of the field, if you're going on an ATV, get it isolated. If you're carrying it out by hand, carry it by the foot, not the neck. Get it back to the vehicle. Once again, just like throwing it on the bottom of the blind, don't throw it in the back of the truck or put it on the rack of the ATV. Isolate it, put it in a trash bag, put it in something. You don't have to wrap it for as you would freeze it, but put it in something to keep it protected. So you get back to your home or camp or wherever you go after you're finished hunting, okay? And I'm guilty of this too, okay? Say you're in Arkansas and it's 20 degrees outside or freezing. Yeah, the deal with the bird is not going to spoil, but once again, just because it's cold, that doesn't stop the bacterial process, and you know, it's going to start decaying. The further it decays, then when I wash this bird, the greater the possibility of feathers coming out or something called slipping, okay? And blood can cause this too, body fluids can cause this too. But if a bird gets too hot or is left too long without getting cool, feather slippage can happen. What happens, the feathers and the down feathers in particular, they completely are removed from the skin and you're left with bare skin. Okay, you don't want that. You know, for one thing, it's not aesthetically pleasing when you mount the bird, and then if it can be hidden, great, but if it can't, then you got a problem. You got a nice bird with good feathering, and then all of a sudden a big bald patch somewhere, either on the neck, on the head, under the wings, wherever. So get that bird started to cool. Then when you get to where you're going to be, don't leave it out, even though it's isolated. Go ahead and take the time. Once again, this is a trophy. Fixing to pay somebody a lot of money to work on this bird, okay? The better condition the taxidermist gets the bird in, the better the end result, or it should be, okay? Get that bird isolated in a refrigerator, in an ice chest, on a bed of ice, something. Get the cooling started. Ideally, wrap it and put it in the freezer, okay? A non-frost free freezer. Unless you've already called your taxidermist and you're gonna get the bird to them in a matter of weeks, then okay, the non-frost free is what you want.